All right, welcome everybody to the Wednesday afternoon team call. I'm super excited that you guys are here with us today. It's like February 3rd already. That's absolutely crazy to me that we're already a month into 2021. And what I want you to remember is whenever you fall off track, because we're all human, we're all gonna have bad days, we're gonna have missteps, we're gonna fall into bad habits, that you don't beat yourself up about that and just realize, okay, I've messed up here. Like, what do I need to correct that? And like, I experienced that in my own journey. Like the last 3 months, I've just slowly gone downhill on eating snacks. And it's funny for me, it started with a bowl of cereal. Like I ate a bowl of cereal once at like 1 a.m. and then it happened the next night and the next night. And it was like a 2-month thing. And then I'm like 8 pounds heavier. I'm sluggish in the mornings. I'm eating whatever snacks are put in front of me, Oreos, chips, whatever's out. And it all started with that one small habit that I started of eating cereal. So I just had to just realize, okay, this is where I messed up. I'm going to change a few things, make a few different steps. And like for me, I set a goal. I'm going to go to bed at midnight. I'm going to not eat snacks. And if I do, it's just going to be like one tiny thing. And you know, it's only been like 3 days that I started that. And the only thing I had was I teach the youth on Tuesday nights at church, and they brought a sorted box of chocolates, and I tried one and I was like, it's not that great. And so I didn't continue to eat like 10 of them like I would have normally done. And so a lot of times it's just making the decision. And I can tell you, like 3 days, I already feel so much better, like going to bed by midnight, like not eating snacks and like being more intentional. And I've started reading again, Darren Olean's book, Super Life. And that, like, even just reading that, not just in the morning, but picking it up throughout the day and reading like a page or two, I'm like, oh yeah, those chemicals are bad. This is why it's important to eat this type of greens. And it just makes me make better choices like that. So remember, wherever you're at, whether it's your own health and fitness journey, relationships with your family or spouse, or it's your business, when you just fall off track, just realize, okay, I fell off track. What are a couple small steps I could do every single day? And just start with those small steps. And I promise you that it will help you out. I'm gonna give you guys one thought, and then we'll introduce our speaker, Kristen, and let her teach us what she's here to teach us. I've been hearing a lot this comment of like, I feel stuck, like whether it's your business or your own health and fitness transformation. And my advice to that is you are currently committed to certain patterns of behavior because they helped you survive in the past. Now it's time that those behaviors right now have become more harmful than helpful in your life, and it's time to change. The reason why you can't move forward is because you keep applying an old formula to this new level of life that you're working to achieve. So let's change that formula and let's get new results. So that's my advice for you guys today, a little tip. Now I'm going to introduce Kristen Burkhart. She's a 1-star diamond coach, and her topic that she's going to talk about today, I chose her specifically to come speak to our team, is increasing volume by sharing solutions. Increasing volume by sharing solutions. And I want to remind you guys that if you're working on building an income for your family, whether it's to pay off debt, pay off that house faster, take your spouse on a vacation, put your kids in dance, whatever it is that you're doing, or even just working to pay for your own supplements. In order to do that, you have to create volume in your team. So that's why I'm excited for Kristen to be here and share that with us. With that being said, Kristen, I'm going to have you take it over from here.
All right, great. Thank you so much for having me. And it's really nice to join everybody and, get to connect with other teams and, hear how other leaders lead. So I'm really excited to be here. So just kind of talking about this, it's nothing fancy. I'll start off with that. It's really, just something that truly took me a minute to realize that I was doing even naturally. My upline, Carrie Schneider, she said to me, you don't really know how great you are at this because you don't see other people doing it. She's like, I need you to sit down and think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. So I did that, and I did some reflection. A little background on me, I lost about 60 pounds with Beachbody. It really I started my journey because I had my daughter when I was 38. I have two older boys who are now 18 and 13. So I have toddlers to teens in my house. It's crazy at all times. And I really, at 38, getting pregnant, I had already had my older kids and I thought, oh my God, what's going to happen? I was already overweight. Before even getting pregnant with her, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm never going to be fit and healthy. And how am I going to do this? I'm going to have a baby again. She has been the light of my life, but she also, when she was turning a year old, is kind of what sparked me up and made me say yes to even starting Beachbody in the first place. The idea of being a coach was not anywhere on my radar. I just fell in love with the workouts, with the supplements, and the results that I started to see right away coming into this. So I then started my coaching journey. And I mean, I actually am on my lunch break from my regular job right now to join you guys. So, I have a career where I train people. So I started, working through this business, and I work with salespeople. So I kind of have taken some of what I've learned just sitting in on different sales trainings and helping folks, along with really the basic principles, that Beachbody tells us to follow. And I think the main one that really applies here for this topic is really being a product of the product. Because if you want to build volume in your downline, you have to know the products and what pains and challenges those products solve in order to help your clients. But it's not about your volume. It's not about your business. It's not about retaining actives or gaining rank. It's about serving them and getting them the results that they've come to you for in the first place. So for me, it really kind of starts off with client onboarding. And I've taken a very kind of pragmatic approach to that where, excuse me, I get them, like, if I have a couple people that join me in a week, I'm like, okay, we're going to start on Friday. I want you to watch To Be Mindset intro. I want you to watch UPF intro and tell me which nutrition path you're picking. I want you to do your first workout, and I'll have them do like clean week or 21-day fix. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. Let's go. At that point, like if I'm taking them down these tracks, they've purchased a challenge pack from me, so they're getting into my challenge group. They're getting my attention to get onboarded, get started. And that's where you're developing the trust relationship. You're getting to know them. You're getting to know what their struggles are. And you're getting an idea too of where their commitment lies. Are they turning around? Oh, I did all three of those things within the first day, or are they kind of dragging their feet? And you're kind of going to get a sense for those people. So once I've done like kind of that new client onboarding, I'm in touch with those people probably every day for the first week, just to even like check in and say, hey, how you doing? I mean, they're in a messenger thread. It's simple, it's quick. I then kind of transition to like maybe 2 or 3 times the following week, how's everything going? And then once it hits like that, month mark, I'll typically go down to about once a week. Now, that being said, hopefully by that time that I'm transitioning there, they're liking Shakeology, they're in a routine. But those weekly check-ins are really where you get tips on what they're struggling with. And they're only going to tell you that if they're trusting you and in what you've taught them so far. So whenever you check in with people, it's always, hey, how you doing? Just something generic to see, like, and start that conversation. A lot of the time, I try to do my check-ins on Thursday because I'll look at my coach office Thursday morning and I'll see, kind of where, where I might drop, if I have anybody I'm going to drop, whatever, as I'm moving forward. And I typically prioritize based on that, like for the week, but I try to make sure that I'm getting to every single person within that week timeframe. But I'm prioritizing with people that are projecting and active. in my downline. So whenever I check in with them, I ask questions, so is nutrition on point, whatever. If they're struggling with nutrition, automatically it's questions about, okay, so, what are you struggling with? Are you struggling with energy? Are you drinking your Shakeology? How's that going? Can I get you some recipes? Whatever. But it's all about that service factor. If they're struggling with, energy for workouts, think about what you have in your bag of tricks that can help them, right? So if they're like, I just can't get motivated to get my workout in, you need to try Energize. Once you drink that, you're going to have to work out. Like there's no way around it. So, it's seeing, also they might say, I'm struggling with muscle soreness. So then that's an opportunity for you to position something like Recover or Recharge. Now, it's not, I don't do it though in a way where it's like, oh, you have muscle soreness, try Recharge, try Recover. I offer other ideas first. I'm like, okay, so magnesium, potassium help with that, foam roller, use stretching, just some of those things. And then I'll say, and by the way, we also have this supplement, you might want to give it a try. And depending if they're struggling with sleep and muscle soreness, I might go the Recharge route versus Recover. But you kind of get the idea. So it's really about hearing them and seeing how you can help them and what we offer and how it provides them a solution to something they're struggling with. The Shakeology digestive health boost, the energy boost. I mean, we have so many products. Like, I think that it's just a good idea, like each month, try something different than what you've done before, because you don't know, like, I think that you have to try it to speak from experience, to know how it helps you. But even if it's something that you haven't tried because you haven't suffered from that same problem, it might be something that someone else would benefit from. So I stand behind those products like 10,000%. Something else that I typically do as well is I offer my existing and my new clients, to do a detox. 3-day refresh is an incredible product. So I organize like fun little detox groups where I'll, promote it for maybe like 2 weeks. And then I say, okay, we're all going to do the 3-day refresh this day. I throw everybody in a messenger group. And, we complain about the fiber drink, and we, at the end of it are losing, I had one girl lose 10 pounds doing that. So, then they become evangelists for you within your own challenge groups. Like, because you go into those challenge groups and you celebrate the success that people had on 3-day refresh. Some people are willing to share their 3-day transformation, and you can show pictures of people that did the refresh just now with you. It's not just your picture, maybe it's their pictures too. So these are the kind of things that I try to do to keep things going and alive, because not everybody's going to stick with Shakeology. Not everybody's going to like Shakeology. So, if you start someone with that challenge pack and you don't like it, you need to find something else that those people are going to want to maybe try. And I'm not like forcing products down my people's throats. I'm not calling them up and saying, well, if you want to be in my group, you need to buy something now. Absolutely not. And there's people that don't want to buy products, period. And that's okay too. I mean, they're still in my group. I'm still going to help them. They made the investment in their challenge pack. I mean, it's not, I don't know, it's not all about money. It's about helping people, because you never know too, those people that you're helping that maybe they don't do any product with you at all, they might have a friend that they bring into your group, I mean, so I don't know. That's just kind of how I go about it. I also, in those messenger check-ins, I'm vulnerable with what I share. I tell them how I struggle. I'm honest, and like I see in the stuff coming through too, about Bevy, like that's another one. I absolutely love Bevy, but it's just, I don't know. It's knowing the products, trying the products, and then just bringing those people along with you and trying to solve things they're struggling with. So it's not rocket science. It's fun. It's helping people, and you get paid for it too. So that's always the nice part as well.
I love that. Thank you. Do you have time for any questions?
I do, please.
Okay. I'm here for questions too. Does anybody have any questions about anything that has been shared about offering solutions or something she might do? Don't be too shy. Okay, I'll bring one up that came quietly. Sorry, this doesn't have anything to do with about sharing solutions, but I had a question come through privately to me about if our team is doing power hours for invites. And so I figure if one person's asking that, somebody else might be asking that. So my answer to them was, I'm personally not leading power hours, but what I suggested to this coach that asked the question is to go to the Dynasty Strong Team page, because I know there are leaders in our team that are leading power hours every single week, sometimes multiple times a week, that I'm sure if you put it in there, like who's leading a power hour, they would let you know and you'd be happy to join. You'd be more than welcome to join in with them. Hannah asked a question, Kristen, how do you share in your challenge groups about the products?
I go live talking about them. I would say probably, I don't know, weekly at least, to go live and just say something about something that you're doing, with the products. Something else that I have to support people is, like I messaged when I onboard, I do the messenger threads. But I also have a steady messenger thread that is for anyone who wants to get a 6 a.m. message from me that I'm going to do my workout. And there's about, I don't know, 14 or 15 girls that I have in there that, they're really like my biggest supporters. Like they're the ones that are most religious with the products. So I'll a lot of the time go in there and talk to them and be like, hey, have you guys tried this or that? And then I might post about it in the group, and then it gets more engagement than in the group too, like if other people have tried it or whatever. But yeah, that's probably the best way, I think, is just to go live and talk and, share different stories, testimonials.
I love that. I need to go live more. It's funny. I make like 5 or so videos a week for YouTube, and I don't go live in my own challenge group. So it's like, man, I need to do that. And like just thinking about things like, I don't talk about Energize hardly at all. I mean, I share that I drink my Shakeology every single morning, but like we have Bevy, we have like, how many? Probably 4 boxes of Beach Bars on auto ship. And even when one of my 8-year-old son's friend comes over, he comes over like every other week. Literally the first thing he says when he comes over is like, can I have a Beach Bar? Like,
Yeah.
so like we need to be talking about that, like how awesome they are. So just talking about it
Right.
more, that's a good
And
advice
that's
for
the
me.
thing, like, I mean, there are so many great products.
Yeah. One,
Yeah. And I mean, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because with like Bevy and the Beach Bars and Energize and the sticks, whatever. I mean, those are so great too, like for women to put in their purses and take with them, or guys to just have in a bag and keep them in the car or whatever. I mean, it's all really functional, useful stuff. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I drink my Energize like right around now, like
Yeah.
I need that little afternoon pick me up. So
Yeah. I love that. One other thing too, an example on Beach Bars, I do one-on-one conversations weekly with my customers that buy a challenge pack. I do check-ins with them either on Facebook or email. And one of them was just let me know, like she just said, I absolutely love, she's like, I'm getting ready to try my Energize for the first time, but I love the Beach Bars.
Mhm.
And so my advice, what I did with her, she hasn't done it yet, but I've done this in the past many times. I wrote her, I was like, hey, you should totally put a picture of your Beach Bar in the bod group, like, or say that you love, let people know that they love them. And I was just straightforward with them. I was like, we have like 4 boxes on auto ship, and I don't think any of my other customers in that group have even tried the Beach Bars. So I think it'd be awesome if you shared that in there. So just asking your clients, it's just like a testimonial, right? To share those things. I saw another question here. Okay, a couple. We'll go through them. Tiffany asked, Kristen, are you using the BOD platform for groups, so BOD groups, or do you also use a Facebook group?
Right now, I have 2 running. So what I did this month to help with volume 2 is I did a VIP group with the launch of Control Freak. So existing clients could do the accessory bundle or, whatever, they could buy the program. And I'm using a BOD group for that. I actually really like the BOD group. I think it's kind of nice because it separates the scroll. Like you can get into Facebook and get totally lost going through and never get to the point of looking at a challenge group potentially. So I feel like the BOD group, it's like you're going there for a purpose. And it makes it really easy to check in on people. Like you could send a message through the BOD group that goes to everybody, but it looks like it was sent like one off. So you can like mass check in with people really quickly. I would say downside is it's not quite as like flexible as Facebook maybe, but I do like it. I'm kind of figuring it out though, whether or not I'm going to transition like my lifetime group into BOD groups or not. But I think I am definitely like, I like to, that's another thing I do to increase volume too, is I like to run like VIP groups. So I'll align those with like new launches and stuff like that. So like 10 rounds when that came out, I might even turn around and go back and do a program like 10 rounds again myself and do a VIP group for that, where that would require them to buy, a bag of Shakeology or a performance line, couple performance line products. I would just make that buy-in probably like the 52 PV. So then that would keep anybody active that would want to buy in. And, even aligning those kind of things, like I need to go back and look at qualification dates again, but I want to kind of align those in a way that are going to go even with like qualification as I start to try to hit that 2-star within the next period here.
Awesome. I love that. My take on BOD groups, I still have my lifetime group on Facebook, but I have like a 9-week test, like VIP group, and then my regular Dynasty virtual gym on the BOD group. And I'm liking it more and more. Like it's been a rough go with the BOD group, like getting people in, different bugs here and there. But I can tell you the last update they did probably a week ago was like, feels like 2 years worth of improvements in like the last one that they did a week ago. And I mean, they just did so many things, just run so much smoother. Like I would go to hit invite, like let's say like a month ago, put the email in and it would spin a circle for like 5 minutes. And then I'm someone that likes to work fast and hard. And it wasn't the internet, it was just the app. But now it's like I hit invite and it pops up immediately, name, email, and I can just do it. So many things are running so much smoother. So I'm excited about that. So I'm personally going to be 100% BOD groups. Another question from Fiona's. My question is probably a common one, but how do you handle the cost question? I have had a few people on challenge packs who then get a bit upset at the thought of paying more each month for products when I mention them.
Oh, see, for me, I find that the way that I enroll people, and I don't know how you guys typically do things, but whenever I enroll people, I just break down the cost of the challenge pack, send them the link, and then I typically wait for them to ask me that question, or if they ask ahead of time, well, what are the additional costs? So one of the first things I do is I just automatically enroll people as a discount coach so that they're going to save money. They're more likely to stay on the products, to use the products. It does help me to build rank a little bit faster as well. But the way that I go about that explanation is really, so, there is a charge for the monthly supplements should you decide to want them. When you get the challenge pack, it's almost like you're getting to try Shakeology for an entire month for free practically, because you're getting that entire year subscription to the on-demand database. So if you end up not liking it, you can absolutely defer the payment, change the flavor, cancel it altogether. You're still in my group for the entire year. But just know too, that if I enroll you as a discount coach, you're going to save about $30 a month. Customer price is $130. Your price is going to be like $99. And then there's a discount fee, which I kind of explain along the lines of, think of a Sam's Club membership. You know, you pay the membership fee, but that saves you money on your bill each month. So I don't require anybody to continue on the products. I just require them, if they want in my challenge group, they're going to buy a challenge pack and they're going to try the product.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of the line I take on my challenge group to get into them.
Yeah, I think that's important. This is just kind of reiterating that, is just being very clear before they buy what they are buying. So the way I break it down, and just so you can get a different like two different perspectives, is I just tell, when we're talking about the challenge pack, like I tell them, I break down the price for them and then give them the price together and what they're getting. So I say, you're going to need a year access to Beachbody On Demand. That's $99 for the year. It gives you every workout. It has all the workouts, and the meal plans for the workouts. You're also going to need a bag of Shakeology, which is 30 servings, and it's $128 a bag, or about $4 a meal. So if you have one a day, it's $4 a meal. So if you put the 128 together, and I write it out, I just spell it out for them. So when you put the 128 with the 99, it would be like $230. But we have a challenge pack for you to try it out, to try the products, discounted, and it's only at $160. And then I just say, that's going to get you the year access Beachbody On Demand, your first bag of Shakeology. And that Shakeology will be on a monthly subscription. And then I say exactly what Kristen said. It'll be like, if you need to change the flavor, if you need to skip a month, if you need to cancel it, you just let me know and I'll send you a form, and you can do it in like 2 minutes. So it's just like being very clear with people up front, because I think that's one of the biggest ways to like not create volume in your team would be you could be the best salesman and sell like 30 challenge packs, but if none of them know they're getting a payment the next month, and then it comes and they all cancel, you have zero volume the next month. But if you had 3 customers and they all know and they stay on it the next month, then you have volume. And if you do that consistently, that compounds each month, like when they're using it and they know what they're getting on. Another thing for that, Fiona, is just educating them, your prospects before they sign up, and your current customers about what Shakeology is actually doing for them. Because I think a lot of times general messaging is about weight loss. You know, do a workout, drink your shake, follow a meal plan, lose weight. And so if in their mind, because think back to when you first started your meal plan or your workouts, most of us didn't have a clue what to do. Like before I followed a meal plan, I just like cut out everything and ate tuna straight out of the can and raw carrots and chicken breast. That's all I ate until I followed the meal plan and realized what I was supposed to eat. So most people don't know what they're doing or what they're supposed to be eating. So my advice on that is, if they think it's just a weight loss shake and they need to lose 30 pounds, when they lose 30 pounds, they might just come off the shake because their belief is like, the shake and the workouts help me lose the weight. I don't need the shake anymore. Does that make sense? But if you educate them on what all the probiotics are doing and everything, Tiffany mentioned the team call last week about Shakeology was incredible. Like I would watch that like once a month to just ingrain in your mind like what Shakeology is actually doing, all the different formulas that are inside of one formula of Shakeology, and help them understand how that's all helping their health and their immune system and everything else. And when they understand that, it's not just using Shakeology to lose weight, it's losing Shakeology to feel better, to have more energy, to combat disease, all these other things, right? So that would be, I think that would help with not having customers upset about or canceling after the first month, is helping them really understand what it is they're drinking. Cool. Any more questions? Yeah, I would definitely watch that. It's on my YouTube channel. It's in the team page. Awesome call. Let's see. Have you converted people over to Shakeology that are let's say on Juice Plus or Slim Fast? I have a lot of followers doing Slim Fast. Do you want to answer that?
Oh, yeah. I always just say, well, you're not, and it's just like what Scotty just said about the benefits of Shakeology, you know, like the digestive health, you know, the energy levels, it helps with cravings. Like Slim Fast, it might help keep you a little full, but it's not giving you the probiotics and all of the other good stuff that's in there. So I just position it differently. Like I have a cousin that makes me nuts. She's doing Carnation instant breakfast in the workouts. I'm like, it isn't helping the same, not all shakes are created equal. And I think it's kind of understanding that and being confident in that message too.
Yeah. So going back to like maybe watching that call from last week, reading Darren O'Lean's book, he's a formulator of Shakeology, listening to, there's YouTube team calls of Isabel Deichler and Carl and Darren O'Lean explaining how they formulate Shakeology. There's a call from last week. So just educating yourself on what we have. It reminds me of a saying, like whoever is more confident in their beliefs is going to convince the other person. So if the other person is actually more confident in their Slim Fast, let's say, and some other thing, then you are confident in Shakeology and that, like, you're not going to be able to influence them to even try it. So just becoming rock solid in your own belief in that. And I've never, just to give you guys an idea, I've never done comparison charts of like, here's Shakeology, here's this. Here's Shakeology, here's this shake. I've never, ever done that. The only thing I've done when people try other things is I just say, you should try it. Like try it for 30 days, money back guarantee, see if you feel better. If you don't, keep using your own stuff. Like I don't try to convince them. I just tell them my own testimonial of how it makes me feel. Yeah, you don't want to criticize anybody's.
Oh no, and like with my cousin, I only do that with her because she's my cousin.
Yeah.
I'll argue with her day and night, but yeah, like everyone else, it's just like, well, it just comes with your package and you get to try it for 30 days and, see what you think. And then, yeah, just like Scotty said, so.
I love it. Cool. Well, we'll end this call unless anybody, I don't see any other comments or questions coming up right now. But just as a team, this is me putting out for accountability. I'm going to start running one coach sneak peek every single month. I'll get the date. We'll keep it consistent. And then that way you guys can have the opportunity to invite prospects, whether they're just wanting to be customers or coaches. The way that I'll address it each time will be beneficial for someone that even just wants to be a customer, where they could choose like, I want to be a customer versus being a coach. So be on the watch out for that. And then let's keep working together and making 2021 the best year ever. And thank you, Kristen,
Thank you
for sharing your knowledge with us. And we're cheering you on, and know that you're going to be at that 2-star goal that you have here shortly.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope you guys have a great day.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.